MacVoices at CES 2025. ShowStoppers. MacVoices is at ShowStoppers at CES in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, we came across these little stands that are very, very interesting. And as you can see, you know, it's good. It's surprisingly good for the back. I'm really enjoying it. This is Violet. She is the founder of TopJob, the makers of these, along with some other cool products. Violet, it's great to meet you.
Great to meet you, Chuck.
So where did all this stuff come from?
Well, it comes from my frustration since COVID, working from home. Since I don't have an office anymore, I spend so much time in front of a computer in my own home. So a lot of the products come from my own idea. So for example, we're sitting on one that is called Boba. So I realized that if I sit still for a very long time, my back is really hurting. And I want to be standing up to stay active, but then my back is also hurting if I stand up for too long. So the Boba chair is kind of like that chair in between that you can sit on it, reflex your back, energize your core. So you're actually working out while you're working. This actually is my personal favorite.
I can see why, because I mean, first of all, it's an intriguing look, but once I sat on it, it's like, okay, now I think I get it. That, you know, it's a lot better and safer than sitting on like a yoga ball.
Yeah, exactly. I've tried a yoga ball. The yoga ball is not very stable. I can really flip over if I don't pay attention. Meanwhile, it's like giant plastic I don't know where to put in my small apartment in Boston, which our brand is based out of.
Yeah, and they can explode too.
Yeah, exactly. They just don't last that long. And I want a nice piece of furniture that I can place in my office. I can put in my living room. We actually play PS5 games on this Boba chair, so that you also play game for a long time. So you should also be exercising a little bit. So I think ergonomics is about movement. It's not about sitting still.
So, and I could be on a Zoom call or a Teams call and be, you know, just not letting my back get stiff, you know, just giving it that little bit of extra stretch.
Yeah. I think even, for example, today, you perhaps spend most of your day walking today. Now, when you're sitting on this chair and reflex your back, I think you can feel the difference. I feel the difference.
Absolutely. And I may not leave.
Great. Please, join us.
So you have some other pieces here as well. Let's talk about them.
Yeah. So the one behind us is the AnyDesk. The idea is I don't like to work in one place in my house. I like to follow where the good lighting is. So that's always near the window. And I recognize that by the window, there's no electric plug. So the stand-up desk doesn't work for me because the plug situation is too complicated. So then we chose this power-free standing desk. And meanwhile, we made it colorful so it goes with different space. And the desktop material is waterproof and heat resistant. So I also find it very useful in the kitchen for some sort of kitchen task. And now I can also bring it out to my balcony, take a phone call there, because like who doesn't love a sunset phone call? And then we have our very serious ergonomic chair behind us. The idea is they should come from very different colors that matches the home style rather than the old black chair that is always in the office. So we try to avoid all black chairs. And then we also have unique footrest. The idea is also when you're working, you should be changing position from time to time. So the footrest help you to huddle, you can cross leg, you can recline, so that reduce the fatigue for working long hours.
So, and these are all things you've come up with because you were working at home and weren't satisfied with what you had.
Exactly. I think it partially from me, partially from my husband and my friend. I think there's a lot of pain point in the work from home furniture area because the office furniture is designed for an office. Nobody designed for home office. So we're the innovator for home office.
I like it. I mean, at first when I sat down, it's like, okay, what is this? Yeah. But the more I sit on it, the more I get it, and the more I like it.
That's great.
You know, and I really mean that. I really mean that.
Then I felt, yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of price points do we have for everything here?
So we're on a unique CES special promotion now. So everything is roughly 20 to 25% off. So at the moment, boba is 150 boba chair. The AnyDesk is 150 and 200, and our ergonomic chair is 250. So affordability is important too, because I feel like $2,000 chair that is just way too much. Like it's way too much for the current environment and for a lot of people.
What is under here? I mean, what is letting me do this?
Memory foam. Oh yeah. So underneath it's a joystick. So consider inside is actually a joystick. It is a gas lift. It still goes up and down in a very thick, what's that, gel form that protects the cylinder going into 360 directions. So essentially you have a giant rubber that is protecting the joystick. So now you can wobble. And then the base, we directly made it heavier so then you won't tilt.
So there's no chance of anything blowing out and dropping me down 4 or 5 inches.
The gas lift is a industry standard that has been perfected over the years. So we're using a level 3 gas lift that the weight limit for the boba chair is 265 pounds. I think that's good for a wide enough range.
Yeah, absolutely. I should have mentioned too that there's a little tab there that I can pull and adjust it so it'll go up or down.
Exactly.
And
so when you go lower, it's even good enough for children. A lot of children wants to wobble too. And when it's high enough, it's good enough for a kitchen countertop. So then it could be your bar stool replacement.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about exactly that it could do that. I like it. I really like it.
I'm glad. I'm glad that you like it.
Yeah. I did want to ask. Now, the one thing I would be concerned about if you spill coffee or something on this, what kind of cleanability does this have?
Yeah, so the material is hypothetically waterproof and stain-proof, but of course there's like heavy stain that goes on it. So if that happens, you wipe it with soap water and then rinse it, then it will be just fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
The website is?
TopJob.co. That's we're fully live and all the products are available on our website.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a great set of products.
Yeah, I'm glad that you love our products.
I really do. Yeah. Folks, I'm not leaving here. I'm just going to sit here and do this all day. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Norbert's having a fit back here. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices. Back soon. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.